Hello, my dear Scorpio, and welcome. I'm so excited for this reading in particular because we are moving into the new year. The energy of this 2021 transition is so bright and it's so fruitful, and there's so much opportunity there for growth and magic to really take over and to help us raise the vibration of the planet. So, all of the signs that I've done so far have been so focused on what we're leaving behind in 2020 and what we're creating in 2021. So vision boarding is huge. Setting intentions has been powerful. So I'm really excited to see what comes up for you, Scorpio. We start here. I'll go through a little bit of how the reading is set up, and we'll add more cards to this sequence here. But we have the past, your mindset, your messages from the spirit realm, your forward action over there. The Lenormand is read like a sentence, and then we have your center here where we will begin. So let's start with prosperity. Wow, doesn't get much better than that. I love that this is a very dark card, but the message is prosperity. So it's like this quiet knowing with intuition. We have the moon high here, which we are actually experiencing a full moon right now, and the full moon is in Cancer. So this is going to be very emotional, very water based. So you all are going to be affected by this because you are Scorpio, an emotional but a powerful sign. So prosperity, a very good way to open up this reading for you. Diving into your past here, we have nurturing. So I love how similar these are actually energetically, because the coral is about the blood of the earth. The coral is about the oceans, this vast expansion here going on, and then we have this water flowing here. So there's a nurturing energy coming forward for you for many of the signs as well. So you may be feeling that you need to refocus energy, you need to focus on renewal, things like that. So let's go into your cognitive space here. And this is a moon lodge, so retreat. I love similarities here. You all are really diving deep here, going into maybe a healing journey. The moon lodge is very feminine. We have the moon depicted again here, and it was traditionally for women who were at that time of the month so that they could stay clean, they could help each other, they could also have creativity, bounding, and be using the power of that release to create and to be creative. Wow, we have victory here. Message from the spirit realm right on top of prosperity is victory. Doesn't get much better than that. Okay. And your future moving into new abilities being found. This is like a reading that I had years ago where the reader said to me, she said, there's parts of you you don't even know yet. And I was like, wow, that's obvious, but also it hits hard, where it's like, I am at the beginning of my journey, especially if you're going through sort of an awakening, which you may be, and utilizing this full moon, the transit that we just had in December with the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn put together. We have the age of Aquarius, and now we have a dawn of a new year. So very fruitful time to be diving deep, to be looking at yourself and reflecting upon how far you've come, how far you have yet to go, and the strength that is behind you. So let's move into your storyline. We have a decision upside down here, so this is a choice card. Interesting because it is upside down, so maybe a choice that's weighing heavy on you. We then have the birds, which is communication, and then the lilies. Okay, the bouquet, also reversed. So positive messages coming in. Then we have the key here, ideas manifested. And then we have commitment here. Okay, so you are very committed to your cause, and it seems to me that that cause is a deep awakening of self. You are going to be prosperous and victorious in what it is that you're doing, but we have some hiccups here when it comes to making decisions, perhaps just being a little bit more forthcoming when it comes to communicating your ideas, setting your plans forward. We have two positive cards here next to each other. The flowers in the tarot are always very fruitful, very uplifting again, and it's right here in the center with your prosperity. So I'm thinking maybe there's a perspective shift that's being asked of you. We have the lilies, which is very maternal energy, along with the nurturing, along with the moon lodge here. So a feminine energy coming out, which could just be about your intuition, your manifesting power, but then also going that extra mile when it goes to looking deep within you, this deep dive here that you're doing, very predominant here as far as the energy of your intuition coming forward. And we're led here by the key, which is a idea, a fruitful idea, having the key to open any door. You know, it's like that idea of what would you do if you knew that you could not fail? And there's still a part of you that's like, maybe I do, maybe I will, maybe I won't. So you're ending with a commitment there. So let's dive in and see what Scorpio is needing to bring to light that has up until now been a little bit suppressed. What is going on here? Okay, make peace with your past. So there is still that aspect of you that's second guessing. I think that there's been some experiences that have betrayed your trust a little bit, and that hurt, and there's a little bit of pain here. I love that this is the solar plexus chakra just sort of on fire, you know, and there's this explosion that's happening within this character. So you're learning how to communicate the nurturing that's going on within you. And then we have make your dreams real. So there's something very massive that you are creating, that you are manifesting, a huge goal that's underway. So I'd love to hear more about that. Let me know in the comments what it is you're manifesting, what goals are coming forward for you. And we will dive in to those goals. What is it that Scorpio is manifesting, and how can Spirit help? Okay, so we have love here. So some of you may be in a committed relationship, since we have the ring here. We also have this solar plexus, this heart here opening up. We also have the two flowers there. A feminine energy, which could be you or your partner, and then we have love here. I do, however, stray away from going into a love relationship reading in the general readings. So if you're interested in seeing if this is you in love, then reach out to me for a personal reading so we can dive into that. But when it's a general reading, I always attain it to you and your personal experience. And I love how similar the flowers are here. This is about self-love. This is about going within. This is about seeing yourself in a new light, having the aspect of you shine forward without fear, without second guessing, and really seeing your potential. Oh, I love that. And then I love how this is, there's one sticking up here that says solitude. And then we have this new beginning, which is this new year coming forward. So this deck is really speaking to you. Okay, so we have solitude, which is going to be connecting you to your sources. And right beneath it, sticking up straight, is trust. And then the new beginnings here. So these I will keep at the bottom of the deck, and we will come back to them. So let's move into what is being expressed. What expression is coming from Scorpio as they are going into their future? What expression is coming forward? And we have gratitude here. Lovely. And again, another flower opening. So lots of feminine energy coming forward here. So you could be looking at that part of yourself, the emotional self, the intuitive self. You're looking at manifesting, right? We see that with prosperity here, with your goals being all about this, this inward reflection. And gratitude is one of the best ingredients for manifesting and doing that work. A little bit of healing to do, but that's to be expected, really. Wow, and then the bottom of the deck, we have love again. Okay, so some of you are really, really called to that love relationship. We'll come back to it though. Okay, let's dive into the aspects that are going to be the momentum. Momentum for Scorpio. What is the momentum leading you forward? My goodness. Generosity. I love that. And it's going to go right here with prosperity too. So you're looking to really thrive here, Scorpio. And then we have the horse, a very, very powerful animal here. And it's all about trust. This is a Knight of Pentacles. So you are done being underestimated. And as I mentioned with the feminine intuitive energy, what I'm hearing is it's not to be mistaken for weakness. Horses may be, you know, broke, and that's such an awful word to put to it, but the energy of the horse is so powerful. We can see it bucking and moving here. And if they don't want to be rode, then they most certainly do not. They only allow riders to control them or to lead and guide them if the groundwork has been done, if that trust has been established. So you may be looking at your surroundings and what has happened with you and the relationships from the past, and you're looking at them through some rose-colored glasses at this time because you're grateful for what you've learned, and you're seeing solitude and seeing the love connection between you and yourself. And perhaps that mirror image has been a little bit of a difficult task to undertake, okay, because we have challenge here. This is Two of Stones or Two of Pentacles, which traditionally is very much about juggling two options. Okay, so the decisions here, a duplicate message that you have some decisions weighing heavily on you. But when I see these two hares, what I love about the hares is they're much bigger than rabbits. And, you know, they're a little bit more like a kangaroo when it comes down to it. And they fight for their right, for their habitat, their surroundings, their food. So you may be in a little bit of a challenging spot with another person, but we will come back to that. Let's move into the aspects of you that are coming forward now. And right at the bottom of the deck, before I even shuffle, I've shuffled for you before I started the reading. So this was at the bottom of the deck to begin with. And it's this beautiful, it's a watery energy, which is you, Scorpio. And this is also a generous energy, which we saw here too. This is generosity of materials, and this is a generosity of soul. Even though this is a cups and this is a cups, you know, we're still seeing it in two very different ways. Okay, so those are going to go together, and let's see what other aspect of self Scorpio is going to be releasing and having to aid them at this time. Okay, we have a little bit of this martyr energy. This is someone who's holding up a structure, and the code in this, or the keywords of this card is martyrdom. So there's a piece of you that feels a little bit taken advantage of from your past, and the communication was all squirrely. Okay, and you are still feeling the effects of this past. And now at the bottom of the deck we have the Counselor, and this is still you, this is still your energy. I suppose you could have been in a relationship with a water sign, and the two water didn't quite mash together. It was a little bit of an oil and water feeling here. So you are still coming out on top. It's still very important for you to know that you have been in the right, and it isn't a prideful thing. You know, when we're looking at it from this perspective here, there's a humbling that's coming to you, and you are prioritizing yourself first, and I find that to be very influential for you. Okay, so let's dive into the animals that are going to be assisting you at this time. What animals are coming forward for Scorpio? The mouse. Okay. So somebody somewhere has made you feel a little bit weakened, and it's enough to make someone very upset because the solitude has been a little bit uncomfortable, The self-reflection and going within yourself has been a little bit uncomfortable. Having positive outlook has been a little bit crazy. But the mouse is all about details. You know, you've been looking at the little details as you've gone about this healing process. So there's nothing that's been overlooked by you. And I really love that. So there's a thoroughness about you. And then we have rebirth. So I love the medicine of the bats. You know, it's the dark cave, which we see here, and the solitude, but they also stick together. There's a community here. So you may be relying on friends, you may be reaching out to people, you are going to be seeing the potential within you if you have been somewhat lonely. And then we have the coyote here, which is a trickster. This could be the past partner, but again, bringing this back to a personal general reading, this is your mindset and your mind playing tricks on you. So looking at your past and saying, okay, I've done things incorrectly. I gave too much of myself. I communicated harshly, or I didn't communicate enough. And now look, here I am in this solitude here, but the universe is here to tell you beyond any shadow of a doubt that everything that has come forward, getting you, to this point, has been a key to your prosperity, has been the key to making you a bigger person, the bigger person. So I'd like to pull a card here from the universal guides about diving into this new era of the world, this new dawn. How can we bring some of that energy forward here? Wow. The arousing, okay, says shock, crisis, upheaval, awe-inspiring, dramatic power shifts, unpredictability, a shakeup that is a wake-up. Okay. It has not been easy on you, Scorpio, to be going through all of this turbulence. But it also says here limitation. So self-discipline, practice, self-respect, introspection, ritual, cultivating patience, build-up of energy, and maturity. So all of this upheaval, all of the upset, the letdowns, the regret, a little bit of regret, it is all to teach you about yourself. We have this pool of water here in the lap of this guru who has the aura around their head. They are very protected. They have this lotus flower here. There's a lot of sacred energy around you. So everything that has happened has led you to this point so that you can look at yourself and say, wow, you know, I have cultivated this energy. I have experienced this energy. Therefore, that energy lives within me. And it's time to break some chains. A compromising situation, subordination, succumbing to seduction, manipulation, and low self-esteem. Okay, so a very deep, very dense energy. This is, I mean, just imagine these two energies together here, feeling a little bit suppressed, maybe a long-term relationship that just has been very toxic. And then you have this power strike where you're just like, you know what? I need to come first. I'm done with burning up inside. Yeah, there's love here, and I really want love. I really do. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have commitment. I mean, what is going on here, Scorpio? You have to let me know in the comments what is going on with you, because I feel a very mismatch of energy here, making a choice. Okay, so I feel that the commitment is sort of getting in your way because both of these are literally the exact same card. So this is, do I stay or do I go? This is, do I continue holding up this heavy home, you know, holding up this structure? Or on the contrary, we have this one-ring circus. And that feels a little bit uncomfortable. That feels a little bit difficult to imagine, right? And this feels very personal for a select few. But I love how the commitment came through here. Let me see if I can get the glare off. So a repeat energy, commitment, commitment, choice, and choice. And then we have this one ring circus, which rings true for the solitude. So I think that some of you may be in a long-term relationship and some of you may be in a position to leave a long-term relationship. So two very astoundingly contrasting energies here. And at the bottom of the deck with this one, we have the home. So something going on at home having to do with love, but also having to do with discerning between what your goals are and trusting yourself to make decisions, to make choices, and to really take part in this victory and this prosperity that's coming forward for you. You have a lot of abilities that have been pushed down. Okay, and so at the bottom of the deck here, before I even shuffle, we have discernment. See the truth of this situation. Use common sense and do not be fooled. Pay attention, your intuition knows. Wow. Oh my, okay. So many of you will know it's not very often that me as the reader is a little bit confused about what's going on, you know, and you will know what the situation is. And now we have nature. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, and remember who you are and where you want to be. So again, setting intentions for your goals, looking inward to find your potential, something that's very unique that doesn't have to do with anyone else, just for the sake of this reading. Let's take a solitude approach here and assume that all of the love cards have to do with an inner love, which now at the bottom of the deck we have healing. Bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit, grant us strength and wisdom. Guide us to the path of wellness. Okay, we have the horses here again. So horses coming through, which I really, really love for you. Also, the moon comes through very strongly a couple of times. We have this nurturing energy here. So I do believe that you all are going through a little bit of a solitary journey, whether it's in this decision that you're making, like you can't share that decision if it has to do with someone else at home, or it has to do with going a different direction, breaking a commitment perhaps. But holding up the structure is really, it's taking a lot of energy from you. And the universe wants you to have this rebirth, this new transition, so that you can see this prosperity shine through. So you'll know what to do when upheaval or, you know, that power strike comes forward. You do the release work and you say, I'm bigger. I mean, it's like the power of the water running over the stone that can carve mountains, and lightning can maybe strike a tree, but it's not that lightning is going to, you know, move mountains or carve into rock, right? So at the bottom of the deck here, we have this shawl energy, which is another earth energy, a nurturing energy. So this is about returning home to nature, which we see a couple times here. It's very much time to somewhat protect your energy, protect yourself, begin to look at things a little bit more positive. Okay, so that's the bottom of the deck there. So there is quite a bit of healing to be done, and perhaps it might be beautiful to reach out to some sort of a healing coach. Maybe a Reiki would be very good because we have the solar plexus here. We have lots of nurturing going on, which is that feminine nature that is the meditative, intuitive side of you that's more powerful than you're giving it credit for. And you may be looking into sort of this crown chakra, moving through the depths of soul, which can be quite a stunning adventure. You know, while you're going through sort of this solitary journey, You're diving deep into this self-reflection, and you're seeing the potential within you, seeing the potential of creating prosperity. Maybe some of you are looking to be a relationship coach, because we have lots of this turmoil here, this discernment on what to do, decisions being made, and turbulence, emotional turbulence, creates very beautiful people. Pain breeds beautiful people. And I don't know why I'm feeling this for some of you, because many of these cards are quite positive. We have victory here. We have this communication. We have the power of the horse here. But there's just so much going on with the solitude, with the carrying of burdens, with the return to nature, have this rebirth, this healing ceremony, and also moving through realms. This is about an awakening, you know, because a shake-up is a wake-up. So if some of you are going through this right now, perhaps the best thing to do is to take some time out, open up that crown chakra, go visiting other realms. You know, when I see these color schemes and this universe, the stars, the cosmos, I think of astral travel, meditative journeying, you know, because what's lacking here is a trust of yourself. And I think that going through the Akashic records or going through the other realms, beyond the veil, whatever you want to call it, moving into that next state of being creates this self-mastery. And I do teach the Akashic records. If that's something that's called to you, you can travel between realms, spend time with your spirit guides, read your soul contracts, explore beyond the stars, see yourself in a new light, bring yourself this healing fountain here. It's kind of like a fountain of youth is how I'm feeling for this prosperity card here. And it is right in the beginning of your reading, right in the center. So it's important to see the prosperity that's available to you and begin to see it as a love connection between you, your guides, your ancestors, and really loving the ideas that you have. Your goals are important. There's a decision to be made, but you do hold the key. And more than anything, you are committed to yourself. You are committed to nature. You are committed to your decision making. And a positive outlook on what's to come. Okay, so do your vision boarding. Don't forget to set your goals, because you have the choices, you have the discernment coming forward here. You also have a very, very powerful masculine energy around you as well. And all relationships aside, this is the aspect of you allowing you to challenge yourself, to push yourself. Okay, I feel that some of you are in need of a little bit of the shake up, because perhaps you've been very comfortable with where you are. Oh, I don't need to make a choice because I am comfortable where I am. I don't necessarily need to follow my intuition and, you know, move myself up and out, because perhaps you're feeling a little bit comfortable in this solitude. But the universe is going to reward you for following your intuition, for building up all these little details that have been guiding you through all this time. You connect to nature, you open that third eye, you travel through realms, you know, go into the Akashic records, what have you. And in so doing, you're giving yourself time. Time to be you, time to be alone. And it's not uncomfortable anymore. It's this commitment to doing what you know you need to do, right? For a moment, you may be floating on this water, having this solitude time with this dawn breaking, or, you know, the moon coming, and you're realizing how much time you deserve. And then you are going into this beautiful self-mastery, self-discipline here, where you are reflecting on yourself, diving deep into your new abilities, and you're seeing this self-respect, the introspection here, and making a ritual of building up energy because holding up mountains and holding up, I'm hearing a facade for some of you, and you will know what fits and what resonates, and then you can leave the rest, because I do feel like there's one specific person who's, sort of in the center here of this reading, but I do hope it resonates with all of you. So if you're interested in a personal reading, let me know. They're on sale right now for only $21. And I'd love to know who you are that's going through this choice here of the commitment, because to have both cards come out in a mirror image of each other is just very profound. Okay. There's so much potential with you, Scorpio, so much of this watery energy that allows you to be a generous protector of Earth. You have a lot of power within you that has kind of been squandered, a little bit pushed down, perhaps by another side of you. The inability to make decisions is really kind of crippling. You're ready to transform, to see your own potential, and by doing solitary activities, coming back to gratitude, coming back to manifesting, coming back to your goals, you're going to find that everything that's happened has been for the purpose of this prosperity, of this victory. So come back to nature, come back to that horse spirit, trusting the universe to guide you. Give the universe gratitude, and the universe will give you gifts of commitment to yourself, commitment to your goals, commitment to awakening a new side of you. There's a lot of bright, happy, beautiful energy coming forward for you. You're breaking free, you're breaking bonds, you're breaking chains. You are trusting the universe, and you're allowing yourself to be challenged, and not in a bad way. This is really a mirror image of you and of yourself. These two go very well together. Then we have the shawl, which is coming back to nature. So those two go very well together. And you have a social responsibility, to break these chains, to allow yourself to move forward, to grow exponentially, because people will begin to see that. People will see the self-mastery. They'll see the release work that's been done, these choices that are made. And they're like, wow, they just want something and they get it. They're mastering their ability to manifest, to see new aspects of self. Self-mastery is the key here. Balance the masculine and the feminine within yourself. Don't look at the mistakes that you've made. Don't even look at them right now, because you have some tunnel vision going on. Look instead at how all of the upheaval has created discernment within you. And this solitude brings you prosperity, and it learns, it teaches you to learn about yourself, about your energy, about giving gratitude for what you have, for the potential that lies within you. And you are holding up mountains, Scorpio. So it's time to give yourself some credit for how far you've come, for what you've been able to accomplish, for the generosity that is in your spirit. It is part of you to tap into nature, to tap into your intuitive side, to then share those ideas, share that nurturing, be there for people. That's a huge part of who you are. To talk to people about what they're going through, even if you're burning inside. It's just what you're willing to do. It's just a part of who you are. So give yourself that time, Scorpio. Give yourself that commitment. Give yourself that warm, fuzzy feeling. Cuddle up to the fireplace with a book and a hot cocoa, and just enjoy what that feels like. Because this is the center of all that is you. It is the fountain of youth, being able to drink from that potential, being able to open that third eye, to travel through realms, maybe to see some sort of maternal grandmother energy. There's a little bit of an elder energy coming through here for you, to know that you're not alone. So that as you tap into nature with the shawl here and the nature card, you are getting some assistance in holding up the mountains. You're getting some assistance in giving of yourself, even if you feel a little empty inside. And so, wow, yeah, I'm just realizing how much maternal energy is here. All of these sort of speak the same language. The Moon Lodge is a place for the grandmothers to nurture the daughters. And the coral is about the earth nurturing, or I'm sorry, the oceans nurturing the earth. And it reminds me of something I watched. It's a little bit of a planet Earth energy. I don't remember what it was exactly, but there's sediment in the Sahara Desert that blows in the wind, covers the ocean, lands in the Amazon rainforest, and is a huge component in the Amazon, the lungs of the planet. So without the Sahara Desert, that desolate place that grows nothing, when it's met with the ocean and the enzymes there, and then it washes up on the beach, on the coast of the Amazon rainforest, it is the key component of the growth of nature that grows there. It's these aspects, and I've got chills all over just talking about that. Okay, so some of you are called to the ocean. Some of you are called to that ecosystem, that well-roundedness that comes from nurturing. This earth nurturing concept is very predominant for you, Scorpio. So I do hope that you are able to find those ancestors. It's something that we do in the Akashic Records. If you're called to that, check out the description. I have a lot of different ways that you can work with me one-on-one. The readings are $21. The Akashic Records is half off right now, $221 instead of $444. Please do like, subscribe, and note note for yourself the notifications, because I will be uploading every week now for each of the signs. Let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. Let me know if you're, this person who's going through this commitment and, what's kind of going on there. Give me some insights, send me some emails. I'd love to hear from you all. So I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good day. Have a good week. I'll see you next time. Bye.